Hi everyone, we are super excited to release a new library called Searchbase. Searchbase is a headless library that provides scaffolding to create search interfaces for vanilla JavaScript or any other JavaScript framework. Why Searchbase? Searchbase offers ability to query Elasticsearch declaratively. Thus, you don't need to write complex Elasticsearch queries. You only need to configure the fields that you want to search on. Next, it's lightweight and performance focused. It's written in pure JavaScript and can be easily plugged in with any framework like React, Vue, Angular, or Svelte. In fact, our own library like react-searchbox and vue-searchbox are using Searchbase under the hood to build their UI components and to give the reactive nature to them. Searchbase lets you subscribe to the state changes, which can be binded with various UI components in your user interface, and it's open source. Let's have a quick look at some of the examples that are using Searchbase. So here is a very basic example built using vanilla JavaScript where you see a search box and search results. As in when you type in search box, the search results are changing. We also have an advanced example where we have few more components built using Searchbase. So as you can see, we have a facet, a result set, and a search box. So whenever I change something in facets, as you can see, the result set is also changing. And then we have an example built using react-searchbox, which is using Searchbase under the hood. And this is how the example looks like. Here when I search on some of the books, let's search on Harry Potter, and when I select a suggestion, as you can see, it searches on that particular suggestion and we get the results. Next, let's have a quick demo on how to use Searchbase. Here you will need an Elasticsearch cluster with some data indexed. Also, you will need an appbase.io instance as the Elasticsearch query generation is not exposed to the front end in the case of Searchbase. You can bring your Elasticsearch cluster to Appbase or host Elasticsearch cluster on appbase.io, or you can have a self-hosted version of appbase.io as well. So in order to do this, what I'll do is I'll go to codesandbox.io. I will create a new sandbox and I will use vanilla boilerplate. Next, I will add appbase.io searchbase library. So I'll go to dependencies, add a dependency. So my dependency is installed. Next, I need to put this code. And I need to add these elements in my HTML file. So as you can see, our basic example that we were seeing earlier is ready. Let's have a quick look at how the code is written. Here what we are doing is we are importing search component from Searchbase library. We are creating a new component. We are configuring Elasticsearch over here. So this is the appbase.io URL with credential and the index name of the Elasticsearch where my data exists. Then I'm giving a unique identifier to this component which is required. I can set the initial value for the component. So let's say I want to have some initial value over here, then I could have done that using the initial value setup. Then I'm configuring the fields that I want to search on. So here I'm configuring name, description, name.search, which is just an n-gram subfield for name, full name, and the owner, and the topics. So this is how our search component is created. Now next we will be binding some events to our input field. So in order to do that, what I will do is I'll pick the input field. I'm just doing document.getElementById. I can set the initial value of the search component using the initial value of the search element or vice versa, and then I can keep listening to the input changes. So as and when you type an event listener is fired, uh, and whatever value is changed in, I will be setting that value in the search component. Then I'm subscribing to the state change for the results. So whenever my results are changed, I will get this callback event with the updated result set, using which I can build the result UI over here and replace the content. And at the last, I am triggering the default query so that I can show some results initially. Awesome. So let's test this. So as you can see, whenever I search in, my result sets are updating. Great. So this is how the Searchbase library works in a nutshell. Thank you.